All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Wednesday, October 2nd. Oh, let me move my microphone. There we go. All right, I have my coffee ready to go. It's set by Pascal. Country soldiers in head-to-foot attire. I'm imagining it's going to be a 6-letter country. And we're going to put something for soldiers, and I always hate that because it could be men, it could be GIs, it could be Royal Engineers, RE, whole bunch of different things. And I think we're going to put that inside of what is head to foot attire. Oh, we had onesie. Oh, could it be onesie? Oh no, but a onesie doesn't really go up to the head. Well, it could do, I suppose, but they generally don't. What is head to... is it a wordplay thing? Like from the first letter to the last letter of something for attire? No, I don't see that. All right, Monk offers top university feature. Other than university being U, offers top could be the first letter of offers. O. Is it going to be a monk? Dominican? Capuchin? Cap? Oh, cap. And then our U for university, and then a feature of the face. Not one of the first features we think of, but yeah, that'll work. All right, now does that help with the country? If it is something for soldiers inside head to foot attire, no, C doesn't suggest anything. All right, let's try worker to abscond the beast. I think it is going to be a beast. Worker can be an ant eater. No, ant elope. I think would be to abscond, might be in a certain sense to elope. And we get a beast, all right. Archdeacon invested in huge kitchen appliances. Is it going to be another word for an archdeacon? I don't know another term for that. Yeah. I'm trying to remember, can an archdeacon be HE? His Excellency? Invested in huge, and it's going to be kitchen appliances, ovens, maybe? No, I don't see it. All right, conservative members not seeking re-election, divisive types. It sounds like it is going to mean divisive types. Conservative can be C, or Tory, but I think C here. Members could be limbs. Yeah, but not seeking re-election, question mark. That bit trips me up. Climbs, see limbs, or clegs, see legs, or arms, calm, not seeking. Do you stand down if you don't seek re-election, or is there some other way? No. The source of news coming previously. Yeah, I can't think of anything for that. Patch, Peter, Putsch, Putin. Yeah, I'm just wondering if, like, input, if you flip it around, you get Putin, but that doesn't really seem to follow the clue. All right, fellow joining farm workers, colorful, question mark. Fellow can be F, or can be man, or man, sorry, or Don. Farm workers could be hands. What would end in hands and mean colorful? But yeah, colorful seems to be a bit of a stretch, so I don't see that. All right, drunk, scowled at, sign of panic, maybe. Oh, well, I think it must be an anagram of scowled at, drunk telling us to rearrange the letters as if they're drunken. And it's going to mean a sign of panic. Cold sweat, I think. Ah, yeah. All right. Okay. Hospital cut back. It makes you laugh. I think we're going to have H for hospital and then a word for cut that's going to be reversed. And that's something that makes you laugh. A joke of some kind. Of course, the hospital might be part of the reversal, and so it ends in H. But I can't think of anything that makes you laugh beginning or ending in mirth, I suppose. Oh, yes, I like that because trim is cut back. There we go. Troublemaker, Tom, sinner extraordinaire in detention. All right, because we have the I something P beginning, I'm thinking a troublemaker could be an imp, just because I've seen that before. Otherwise, that would not have occurred to me. And then a Tom can be, yeah, I mean, that can be a cat. But I'm thinking if the definition is the other end, detention, I'm thinking of imprisonment, and I think it's an anagram of Tom Sinner, and so extraordinaire is a cheeky sort of anagram indicator there. All right, let's do some other downs. I'm idealist and get changes brought within the law. Well, I thought I'm idealist sounds very strange, and so it seemed like fodder for an anagram. Let's see. I'm idealist is 10 letters plus get, and I think if we anagram all of that, if it changes, then it's going to mean brought within the law. I don't see it. I'm not sure if it's worth trying the anagram helper. Oh, why not? It'll give you all a chance to spot the anagram before I do. So let's try shuffling that. Yeah, it must end in ED, I think, brought within the law. Arraigned or yeah, where's the G going to go with the L? Ooh, legitimized. Yeah, is that the right number of letters? But that could be to make something legitimate. Legitimization. No, what is it? All right, I'm going to try the anagram helper again just to get those last letters. Legitimated? Oh, legitimizated? I'm not sure. Is that the right? Yeah, now I'm wondering if it's actually legit. Yeah. That does not look right. I'm going to pause and see what that should be. Yes, of course, it should be legit. I'm still not getting matte-ized. There we go. Now that looks better. All right. See me in taverns getting drunk, making firm assertions. Ooh, I thought it was going to end in ing, or maybe it's ings. Again, drunk, is that going to be the same anagram indicator we had in 11 across? That would seem a little lax to reuse it, but yeah, maybe it's another word for drunk. See me in taverns, maybe we put me inside inns. Getting drunk. Making firm assertions. Yeah, I think it's going... Oh, no, it could be MENTS. Not statements, but something like that. No, I don't get it. No longer wrong to provide force. No, I don't get that. Holy man, unhappy, starts to discard his uniform. Is it going to be a holy man? Maybe a saint or a holy man from another religion? Then maybe it's ST could be a saint, holy man. Unhappy. Oh, the starts to discard. Oh, could it end in DHU? Ah, I think there might be a religious figure, sadhu, unhappy being sad, and then the starting letters of the last three words. Let me pause and look up sadhu. Well, the more typical spelling seems to be with one D, but it also spelled with two Ds. A religious, ascetic, mendicant, or any holy person in Hinduism and Jainism. All right. Still, that could be Putin, and that's our fellow joining farm workers. Oh, colorful might be pigmented, which is pigmen, the farm workers, and then Ed is the fellow. A little tricksy putting the fellow first, even though Ed comes at the end. All right. New attestors, one providing key to understanding symbolic language, I think it's going to be an anagram of attestors 1, and that would be the Rosetta Stone, which is not just language learning software, but was an actual stone that helped in deciphering. I can't remember what language it helped in deciphering. Anyway, medication is the last word with energy minimal, the reverse. Ooh. The last word might be amen. With energy minimal, maybe we have to take out the E to leave AMN, and then we'd put maybe something for medication before that. And it's going to mean the reverse. No, don't get it. Attack some person's laughter. I think it's going to mean attack. Oh, I think it might be onslaught. Yes, it is some of. It's funny, I came up with the answer. I think most subliminally I saw onslaught there, or laughter made me think of slaught. Anyway, hidden within person's laughter is onslaught. Funny how the mind works of its own sometimes. All right, left one school with classical architectural feature. Well, left might be L and one I, and then maybe it is a school in 7 letters to give a classical architectural feature. Oh, or maybe with is and. Yeah, maybe. And so the school would only be 4 letters. Yale or LI something and. Can't think of an classical architectural feature. Illness with nothing right. Get a mineral. Nothing right, I'm thinking, is going to be O for 0 and R for right. And then we might even add an A, get a, and then a mineral. Yeah, do we have a 2-letter illness followed by ORA to mean a mineral? I feel like there is a mineral there I'm just not thinking of. Otherwise, it's ORA and a 2-letter mineral to mean an illness. Don't get that. Understand, look said to be needed for floral decorations. Bouquets would be floral decorations, but how would that be understand, look said to be needed? Is there a homophone in there? Bouquets? Boo? No. All right, how about amphibian getting on with bit of force? I think it might be a 6-letter amphibian, a lizard. Iguana, I think iguanas are amphibians. Getting on might be aging, and the bit of force might be an F. Can I think of an amphibian ending in F? No, I cannot. All right, let's finish the downs. Oh, here's a good one in the middle. Splashing money, go on and help to create a school of philosophy. All right, I think it must be a school of philosophy. Splashing money could be an anagram of money. Go on and help. Yeah, I'm not sure. What's the school of philosophy? I presume it would end in ism, predestinationism, pre-modern, no, oh, actually, I think it might be. I think I might be able to spell this better than I can pronounce it. Phenomenology? Yeah. I've phenomenology. Oh, so maybe I had too many. Yeah, I knew I'd have trouble with that one, but I think that might be right. It's too early for me to click the check this button. If you've seen my videos before, you know I like to wait until the 30-minute mark before I click check this for no reason at all. That's what I started doing. But anyway, so I think we do have money thanks to that. Oh no, that's not going to work. How did I? Yeah, all. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, we do have money. Oh, I think money go on. Oh, and help. Oh, okay. So I think it's just those words. Um, yeah, I made a mess of that, but I think that's right. In the end, I got there. All right, setting apart one so good, holding tongue no longer. I'm thinking setting apart might be isolation or isolating. One so good, holding tongue no longer. Well, let me put it in isolating. Okay, so there's one, and there's so and good, and it holds the tongue is Latin, but it is no longer spoken, so it is a tongue no longer. That's very clever. All right, what tall man wears for clubs, say? Well, I think it must be long something. A tall man would wear long trousers. Clubs can be golf clubs or playing cards. Oh, there is something. Is it in bridge you talk about a long suit? And so I suppose clubs has a 1 in 4 chance of being the long suit in whatever game that is. And so a tall man would wear a long suit. All right. Fifth, old book order, library finally overlooked, something small being charged. Ooh, I wonder if it is maybe the fifth book of the Old Testament. There is some word, isn't there, for the first 5 books of the Old Testament? But there's so many words in that. It's almost like one of those everyman clues where you have to take the first letters, but that's not the case here. Old book order. That makes me think of one of my favorite things to get for Christmas would be a book order from Eason's or one of the other bookstores, Hodges Figgis in Dublin, and then going in on the bus after Christmas and using it up. Library finally, I think, would be a Y. So is it going to be some small fee? I think there is a word for a, you know, maybe more symbolic fee that is charged. Or is it something small being charged, like a bull might charge? No, well, I'll go on, but I may end up looking up Wikipedia for the first 5 books of the Bible. All right, tough female, interrupted by English politician. I wonder if it's a word for tough and then an F for female. We interrupt that with an E for English, and we end up getting a politician who may or may not be English. No, I'm not thinking of one. Old socialite has upset gentleman. Rubbish. Ooh, I can't think of a word for an old socialite. A deb, maybe. Uh, and then gentleman maybe is upset, turned around, and then it's going to give a word for rubbish. No. A story about female and male in film. All right, I think it's going to be maybe a male in a film. And I'm thinking a story might be a lie. And if you put female as F here, then you would get Alfie, Michael Caine in the original, and then was it Jude Law in the remake, which I don't think I've seen either of them, to be honest. All right. We made it all the way through, and I suppose not too bad for a first pass. All right, illness. Oh, that could be flu. Is a fluor a mineral? I have a feeling it might, but let me pause and look that up. Yes, it's the name in several European languages of the chemical element fluorine, and fluorite is a class of minerals. So I'm not sure if fluorine itself is considered a mineral or not. Anyway. 25 looks interesting. So it's not bouquet. I was presuming the G and the Y, and of course I made a mess of those. Oh, and also I thought 14 down might be isolation, but let's assume it is G something Y. It seems very odd. Understand might be to get. Look, said to be needed for floral decorations. Oh, it's probably be a plural word then, right? Oh, there are things called nosegays. Yeah, and so it's a homophone of nose, I think, and gaze, G-A-Z-E, is it? Nose, understand? Well, I think if it was understands, then I would think knows, K-N-O-W-S, would be a homophone. Said to be needed. Yeah, I think it is nosegays. I'm not exact. They're not the same as buttonholes, but is it just a small bouquet as a nosegay? I'm gonna pause and look it up. I'll look up those Bible books as well. Yes, a nosegay is a small bouquet. And the fifth book is Deuteronomy. Fifth old book, order library finally overlooked. Something, so it looks like maybe we start with Deuteronomy. Let me just, Deuter, order, is order going to be an O? On the library, finally overlooked. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Certainly seems like we're going to skip the Y. So is it going to be Deuterom? Oh, the order, I think, is the order of merit. Yeah, so then I think that just leaves us with a deuteron. Let me pause and look that one up. All right, a deuteron, it's not a charge as in a financial levy. It is an subatomic particle composed of a neutron and a proton. There we go, something small being charged. Very clever. All right, now our amphibian getting on with bit of force. Maybe it ends with ON and we have a 4-letter bit of force. What's that amphibian? Oh, no, it's the other way. It's a newt is the amphibian, and then that gets on, and a newton is a unit of force. My goodness. All right, here's our classical feature. Well, I thought it might be AND at the end. Maybe phenomenal. Is it AG? No, I think it must be OG. That spelling looks right to me. All right, but we are past the magical 30-minute mark, so I am going to check that it is right. And then the one I made a dog's dinner of, I'm going to check that. That is correct. All right. So, can I think of what would this end in? A classical architectural feature? I presume a column or a carving, or if it is going to be LI, almost likelihood. So what would the school be? No, I don't see it. How about, would an L fit in there? Tough female, interrupted by English. No. No, I don't like that. All right, let's go back up to the top. We do have C something A, country, soldiers, Chad. No. Head to foot attire. Yeah, I'm trying to imagine or picture a tire that does go all the way from your head to your foot. But not thinking of anything. All right, this might be C. Divisive types. I mean, that might be literally from mathematics, something that divides. Not seeking re-election question mark is getting me. No. Making firm assertions. Yeah, I think it's going to be INGS or EN, MENTS, MENTS. I mean, if see me, it does seem likely that's going to be part of an anagram. Taverns, of course, can be bars or pubs, Aryans getting drunk. Yeah, I'm going to pause, sip my coffee. It's almost cold, and think about that. All right, I had to resort to wordplays.com to see what words would fit. I tried anagramming with in because there is an N. But it turns out to be an anagram of me, or sorry, me put inside an anagram of taverns. And this very, I think, obscure word, averments. I suppose I've definitely heard to aver something is to swear it. And so averment must be a firm assertion. All right. So here's our conservative members not seeking re-election and divisive types. Yeah, I'm not sure now about that C, but if it was right, I mean, maybe members is members of an organization, some word for that. Ooh, I was thinking of levers, maybe. I mean, I know the levers voted to leave the European Union. Oh, maybe because there was a proposal to have another vote at one point. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure on that, so we'll take a look at 15 squared and see. But cleavers, I suppose, would be divisive types. Bit of a stretch, but that's par for the course. All right, no longer wrong to provide force. Is it going to mean no longer? Or force? I can't see either word. Yeah. Entire is the only word I can think of. Eatery. Extort, maybe? Oh, yes, it is. Wow, that's just purely by thinking of what words would fit. Because if something is no longer, it is X, and a wrong in the law, I think, is a tort. And to force somebody maybe is to extort them. Wow, that's very tricky. All right, the source of news coming previously. No, I don't get that. If it is Putin, of course, kitchen appliances, I'm thinking of the Aga cooker. But no, I think it's going to have to be kitchen appliances. And other than a fridge, a dishwasher, I would think that has to be oven. Oh, I think huge can be OS, which I can't remember if that stands for outsize or oversized. And then I presume an archdeacon has the title of the venerable, which always makes me laugh. And that would be abbreviated to Van. That's my best guess. Let me just check that one. It is right. All right, we'll double check it at 15 squared. All right, so at least I know now it's not Putin. The source of news coming previously. I can't think of a word that would fit. What's going to come between the T and the E? There is a word putty, but I think it has two T's. Oh, Pathé. Used to provide the newsreels. I think they've uploaded some to YouTube, which are always fun to see. But I'm not sure, is there more to that clue than simply a cryptic definition of pathé? I mean, it does sound a bit like passe if you have a lisp, but news coming previously. I can't see any more to it than that. All right, so now our country, soldiers in head to foot attire, crayon. What other words fit? I'm going to pause. I don't think I'm going to think of it, so I'm going to use word plays if I don't. I did come up with it myself. I went back to thinking of Chad as I was working my way through the alphabet. And then I remembered, of course, soldiers can be OR, the something Rangers, I think. And I did have a vague memory of a chador, and it is a large cloth worn as a combination head covering, veil, and shawl. Now, I don't know, do they go all the way down to the foot? Maybe, maybe that's the fashion this year for chadors. Anyway, let's see what we have left. Just this bottom left corner. Tough, female, interrupted by English, politician. Oh, I wonder if female could be. I think female would have to end in N. I'm thinking of hen. Oh, what politician? Jean Shaheen. Could be a British politician I'm not familiar with. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to use word plays for this classical architectural feature. I have a feeling this is going to be something I don't know or haven't heard of in a long time. All right, I'm very glad I did look that up on word plays. The definition is actually with classical architectural feature. So I do know this feature, but I don't know the adjective form meaning with this. Anyway, left is port, one is one, and a school might be a co-ed, and so porticode, having a portico. That's terrible. All right, so now we have, P. I wasn't expecting that. Tough female. Angela Rippon, was she a tough female? I don't think she was particularly tough. Interrupted by English. So where? I presume the E is going to come here. Now what's tough? Can tough simply be T? I don't think it can. No, let's try our old socialite. Oh, I did say Deb, and now that I see the R, I think of debris. And a gentleman is Sir. Oh, of course, Sir is turned around. And we get our debris. That's good. All right, medication is the last word with energy minimal. The reverse. I don't know what the reverse, it's what it is the reverse of medication. So is it some kind of poison or illness? Or is it with a lot of energy? Medication is the last word with energy minimal. Oh, the reverse actually might be telling us to write. Ah, yes. So if we have amen backwards with energy, then hold on, we're going to get an enema. There we go. Amen E. And I'm not exactly sure what. Oh, well, the reverse is telling us to reverse it, and it is, I suppose, a form of medication, but there we go. All right, so I'm not thinking of any politician. Turpin, Pepin, no, tough female. Interrupted by English politician. No, this is our last one. All right, I'm going to go to word plays and see what possibilities there are. Well, I don't actually like any of the possibilities suggested to me by wordplays.com. Let me just try and show you those there. So actually, all I'm going to do is click reveal this. I'm giving up on this last clue. Hempen. That was a word on the list, and I suppose that means tough. The female. Oh, it is hen, and the hen is interrupted by the English MP. But I think hempen is a very um, obscure definition for or tough is what am I trying to say? Convoluted way of defining hempen. Anyway, that's what makes it a cryptic crossword, I suppose. Can't complain. All right, let's check all. Everything else is still there. All right, let's head over to 15 squared. All right, the blog today is by Manehi, a nice mix of clues. Yeah, so I think of the crosses of cleavers. Leavers of, for example, the Conservative Party members not seeking re-election. All right, maybe it's nothing to do with the vote to leave the European Union. Pathé, not sure here, a reference to Pathé News. The from the surface with the PA Press Association placed in front. So it's sort of like a double definition. If you do the with PA before it, you get pathé, and it's sort of an and lit or clue as definition. That's clever. I think I understood the rest of the crosses. Just making sure there's nothing I lost left there. All right. Ovens, yeah, there's the archdeacon would be the venerable. All right. Yeah, I did think using drunk twice, maybe the crossword editor might have picked up on that, even though I think it made sense in both places. There is Andrew first in with a comment on, so he calls it an and lit. That's great. Ooh, legitimatized. Yeah, that one really threw me, but I think that was mainly me, and I'm not going to blame Pascal for that. Wasn't quite sure about hempen equals tough. And then also, is an enema really medicine? Yeah, so there were a few I would quibble with, but I don't think there was anything that was terribly unfair. Oh, and then, yeah, so I think this is the one I, yeah, questioned as well, but anyway, can't have everything, and we get it for free, so we can't complain. Anyway, thanks as always for watching, and have a wonderful day.